And I don't like that. If you want to rev up your engine and fire up your big truck, don't get mud on my car.
And this whole thing was started by nobody but Steven Crowder, where he accused the Daily Wire of being in bed with big tech. Candace Owens is also an employee of the Daily Wire. Let's hear what she had to say.
All sorts of comments like that, and I had no idea what they were talking about. I obviously then went to Steven Crowder's YouTube page and I saw a video that he had put up, and he was discussing a company who were essentially offering him what he thought amounted to a slave contract. And it was very heavily implied throughout that the company was the Daily Wire. He said it wasn't the Blaze. He said that there were ad reads, that the company offered him a lot of money, and that he wouldn't sell out. You know, it was this super, I'm a martyr and I'm not selling out to you. And the comments reflected that, yay, Steven, you're a hero. Before I even give you my feedback, let's just hear Steven in his own words.
Big tech is in bed with Big Con. The people you thought, the people I thought were fighting for you, a lot of it has been a big con. Now, I'm specifically avoiding naming names or going after individuals in this video because I genuinely hope that those I'm addressing, and you know who you are, have a change of heart. Don't sign these contracts.
Well, I just have to stop Candace Owens here, and this is not even about her or Matt Walsh or the other people. I think Steven Crowder has the right to say what he wanted to say. Now, like I have said in my previous videos, you might have the right to say something as a free person, but is what you are saying okay or not? That might be the question. I have always said that Steven Crowder publicly talking about his contract with the Daily Wire, to me, is not okay. Now, he has the right to do that, but I think that it's not okay. It's just making him look like a crybaby, okay? Like what Ben Shapiro called him, a crybaby, right? So I think Steven Crowder is a grown-up person who should understand how these contracts are being drafted, who should understand how businesses operate, who should understand that it's not everything that you take on air. There are certain things that you let them fly by. There are certain things that you let them be private. So I just wanted to clear this point out to let Candace Owens know that this is not about her. It's not about Ben Shapiro or Matt Walsh or Jordan Peterson and all the other people who work for the Daily Wire. So let's continue.
To give something a name like the Big Con, obviously, it was mudslinging. And if this was the Daily Wire, which I wasn't entirely sure that it was, but as I said, it was heavily implied, then he also threw mud on me. He threw mud on Matt Walsh. He threw mud on Michael Knowles. He threw mud on every single person, Brett Cooper, that works for Daily Wire, by implying that we are signing these contracts and he is heroic for not signing it. And pulling out excerpts of the contract to say, basically, we're beholden to big tech.
Again, Sister Candace, he didn't mention your name, okay? He didn't say you signed a contract that was diabolical. He didn't say that your contract was not good or was good. He didn't say anything, right? And I get the point that he automatically assumed that his contract was, quote unquote, devilish or poorly designed. So others might be the same. And this is the thing I don't understand, if Crowder has done or has not done many of such contracts. No two contracts are ever the same. Okay, some people get a fairly good contract than others, depending on how valuable they are. As an employer, when hiring people or when issuing contracts, everyone's contract is uniquely done. Depending on how good you are in negotiating a contract, you can get a fairly good deal or you can get a crazy deal. So I understand Candace Owens' position that Steven Crowder automatically assume that they who have signed contracts with the Daily Wire have sold their souls to the devil. And he was the savior of the conservative voice, thinking that he alone was the defender of conservative views and that the other people who are also conservatives are not doing so much to protect the conservative values, and somehow they have sold themselves for money. But remember, Stephen was also getting 50 million, right? Which is no small money at all for, I think, 4 years, which is no small money. That is like a lot. I think about 12 million per year is a lot of money. And everyone understands that he deserves it because he is a very giant voice and he has done so much for himself and he has built up a huge following for himself. But for him to come out to tell us that he wasn't after whatever money the Daily Wire was giving him, but he was against some of the clauses that were on the contract. And remember, this could be easily renegotiated. Okay, so who is Stephen fooling? But let's continue.
So the first thing that I did was I reached out to executives here and was like, what is this? Are you guys going to respond to this? I want to know whether or not you're actually treating people poorly behind the scenes because it matters to me. It's always mattered to me, okay? You can speak to any organization that's ever worked with me. I have a very good reputation. I maintain friendships with everybody. I do. I don't personally know Steven Crowder.
Sister Owens always know how to trap herself on a corner. You know, just remember, just like a few seconds or a minute ago, she said she didn't know who Steven Crowder was accusing. Okay, because Steven Crowder didn't specifically mention the company that gave him the quote unquote terrible contract. Then, just within like a minute or so, reach out to the Daily Wire to ask them if they were gonna comment on what Steven Crowder was saying, which I will presume that she knew about what Stephen was saying, that she knew about who or what entity Stephen was accusing. But you know, everyone should understand this small fact. Different people run their businesses differently. And every person has the right to run their businesses the way they want, as long as it's legally and it's within the law. And if you want to sign a contract with someone and then you realize that the contract is against you, the contract is not in your favor, renegotiate it. These things takes time to get done. Like they are being bounced back and forth, like for months. I want this, I don't want this. I can't give you this, I can give you this. So what is a give and take? You know, there's always a give and a take. It goes back and forth for months before it finally gets signed. And let's say, for example, Stephen did exactly that. His lawyer or his agent went back and forth trying to negotiate with the Daily Wire. And let's say, unfortunately, they were unable to find common grounds. As a matured person, as a wise person, as an educated person, you shake hands and then you go your way. That is what matured people do. It is only children that have tantrum when they don't get what they want, not matured people. So I hope that from the backlash that Stephen has gotten from what he did, he will never, ever do something like this again. So, to you guys out there, what do you think about all this? Let us know in the comment section below because, like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And please do not forget to like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this YouTube channel because little bit of goodwill like the one you are doing just now help us a lot and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.